A measure of when you're humongously famous is that you can get away with just using your first name. Prince, Madonna, Britney, Hugo. A 16-year-old from Belfast is going in that direction in a bid for DJ stardom. By day, he's Jordan McCuag, but when night falls, he becomes Jordan X. Big fish, little fish, cardboard box. Big fish, little fish, cardboard box. Scatter the seeds, scatter the seeds.
At 16, many young people may be thinking about how a part-time job could give them a bit of financial independence. But schoolboy Jordan McCuag has already achieved a level of success most of his peers have only dreamed of.
I got my first decks when I think I was 12. I got them for Christmas. I think it was out of like some sort of catalogue or something, and it was desperate like. But those decks got me through to a Radio 1 competition, and that is where it all started. So,
and he's not without influential admirers.
The first time I sort of heard about Jordan was when Radio 1 was doing Search for a DJ 2 years ago. The first one was in Newcastle. When Jordan came to go on the decks, we had to get the DJ out, get the headphones out, get this big bit of plywood, and he was the only guy that got on the microphone and, you know, started giving it loads, and I was like, happy days.
He's a great wee fella. He's smart, he's intelligent, and he's totally committed to dance music and creating music.
Well, my parents weren't as supportive at the beginning. I thought it was just one of these sort of passing phases, but as things started to take off and the gigs were piling up and the sort of coverage and stuff, they sort of realised, well, it's not too bad a thing. And obviously I was keeping up with school and stuff, so now like my dad would drive me to gigs now and then and stuff, so it's sort of gone from there. They support me 100% now. So
Jordan DJs at clubs all over the UK, and he even has time to tutor at the DJ school Keymix in Larne.
Jordan can be a real example to all those other young people, you know, who think you have to be older to make things happen. You don't. You don't have to be older. If you have a goal and you have a vision and you have a focus on what it is you want to do.
So we switch it the other way, right?
But we don't like people to think they're good. And so when they do say, well, I think I'm good at that, we tend to put them down. And I think that's a trait that we have in Northern Ireland, rather than encouraging people, and particularly young people who have a bad name anyway.
I'm making tracks in the studio week in, week out. Like, it's not just firing a computer up, sticking in a few presets and the music's made. I have to come up with the ideas, write the riffs, work with an engineer. It's as much of an art as the likes of pop music. Pop music's made in a computer nowadays. Rock music, it's all, like, we all use instruments. It's just a different way of looking at it. If you're at a gig and something goes wrong, nobody else notices it, but it's in your head and you're like, are they picking up on that? The way I look at it is, if there's 60 DJs playing a night at, like, say, a festival, you have to be sticking on people's heads. You have to be one of the ones that they go home and think, that made my night.
Radio 1, live from Planet Love, County Antrim.
Planet Love is Northern Ireland's biggest dance music festival and the highlight of the clubbing calendar. This year saw Jordan on the main stage to play to his biggest audience yet.
You're live on Radio 1.
Time for Jordan to go on stage, but not before he gets his identification checked by security. Let's hope that's not a student card, eh?
Now I'd like to introduce a wee man to you here. He goes by the name of Jordan X. He's from Northern Ireland himself, so he is, let me tell you. Make some noise! Come on, Jordan X in the house!
2 years ago, Judge Jules saw Jordan play at the DJ of the Year competition. What's he think of him now?
And I judged the final, and he made a couple of cock-ups, and to be honest, he didn't win it. But based on tonight, he certainly deserved to.
I've got gigs lined up until New Year's Eve this year, and everything's going really, really well. There's quite a few big things lined up that are to be confirmed, but everything seems to be going well. We'll just see how it all goes.
As every good performer knows, it's the fans that make you a star, and Jordan has his own style of saying thanks to the people who put him there.
Every time you get some sort of press, it's always a 16-year-old schoolboy. Like, you want to be associated as an artist instead of just some novelty. You want people to come and dance and have a good night. So that's it. At the end of the day, it's a disco, isn't that right?